opinions on a podcast with Junior and Mase.
Good evening. This is Opinions on Scary Stories.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Why? What's going on?
It's October.
We're getting there.
Almost.
We're
It's
getting
cold.
there.
I'm Mase.
Hi, I'm Junior.
We're ready to go here.
We're opinions on. I wanted to start off by asking about what stories were we told as children during this favorable holiday season.
Scary stories?
Any type of stories. Halloween.
Yeah, it
could be monsters.
I wasn't really told much scary stories. It's just we watched a lot of scary movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was one I had where my dad took us camping one time. And not just any type of camping. It was like the Boy Scouts of America.
Was it local?
It was local.
Okay.
It was by the scout home.
Okay.
And it was a bunch of us and a couple of friends in the Boy Scout troop. We all decided to tent up next to the scout home outside.
Okay.
So my dad was like kind of chaperoning the whole event, and one of the kids' fathers. And he's like, boys, come over here. Come over here. Huddle around this tent.
Okay.
And we're like, what's wrong? He's like, I just heard over the CB scanner. And again, this is before cell phones. This is before social media at your fingertips. Huddle around right now. We're like, Dad, what's wrong? What's wrong? You're white as a ghost. I just wanted to let you guys know there's a correction facility, a jail.
Okay.
Near this place.
Right.
And one of the convicts escaped.
Oh, the night just happened to escape.
Happened that night, and we were all sleeping out there. And we're like, what did this convict? Why was he put away, Dad?
Yeah.
Murder. He murdered about
Of course.
10. He murdered about 10 kids.
How old were you?
Oh God. I think I was like 8 or 9.
Wow, that's pretty young to be pulling that hat trick, you know.
Murder. And
Oof.
unfortunately, boys, he's headed this way.
Oh yeah.
Last reported, he's heading this way.
Yeah, see, I would do the opposite. I would want a bunch of 8 and 9-year-olds to go to sleep.
So guess what happened? None of us fell asleep.
I bet.
We ended up going into the scout home
Ugh.
to protect us. We were freaking out. My dad also told me this story about snipes.
Okay.
These little lizard-like creatures that lived in the grass.
Wow.
Yeah, Dad. We were camping at the Brothers of the Sacred Heart.
That's awesome.
If you're familiar with that place.
Yeah.
So the scouts always used to go up there, and we would have around the campfire. You get the flashlight going. You're like,
Shining on your face.
oh yeah, get the ambiance going. And my dad's just like, there's snipes, these little lizard-like creatures.
I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, you have to hunt them. You have to hunt them early in the morning.
Yeah.
Usually you can find them walking around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
He would. I mean, he would freak me out.
That's a good imagination.
I mean, I think I get it from my dad sometimes, but his stories gripped me. The Telltale Heart, the one that thumping under the floorboards.
Oh, a little
Dun,
poetry.
Dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun. And it was
You
under
ever
the
go see
floorboards.
those plays?
No.
I saw them for school.
Are they scary, or are they not scary?
Edgar Allan Poe plays? Yeah, that one. Telltale Heart. That was pretty
Yeah?
freaky. And the monkey paw thing.
Oh
too.
yeah, the monkey paw. I heard about that one.
That was a little creepy.
Well, how does it go? Do you remember?
Nope.
Do you remember the person dragging the hook on top of the car?
Yeah. Well, I think if I would like see it, like go to a play again.
Oh, you would
and
remember
see
it right away.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that.
Clicks
Yeah.
right in there. You're like, oh my gosh, I remember this. How can I
Nobody-
forget it?
Nobody ever told us scary stories. But I didn't really do a lot of camping as a kid.
No?
No, we didn't do a lot of camping.
So Halloween-wise, like you never told stories around the campfire?
No,
Do you tell your kids any type of like
not yet.
creature stories?
Not yet. I would love to.
I mean, you live out in the middle of nowhere.
But I feel like they'll have my wife's
This is the perfect time.
mentality on that. They don't like to be messed with.
Yeah, anxiety-wise, it's a little higher at nighttime.
She does not like to be messed with.
Why though?
I don't know. I can't. There's no pranking. There's no scary,
I literally can walk up behind my wife.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why would you have to make noise?
Yeah. I know. I can sneak pretty good.
The room. I'm walking down the
Yeah.
hallway.
Well, all I do is just walk. I'll walk into our bedroom to just jump. And I'm like, what
Mace,
What?
Mace,
She's like,
stop it.
She's like, you scared me. I'm like, I just walking in the room.
So why trick-or-treating wise, is it different for her? Like,
No.
is she scared easily with like costumes and...
No, I don't think that way. We did a couple things with like Dorney Park. Like we went to the scare
like
thing.
Fright Night.
Yeah, she's pretty good with that. She's not too like frightful, I guess.
Do you know
I think she just gets mad.
Oh,
you just tried to scare me.
How dare?
What the heck, man?
What's your problem?
Yeah, no, she don't like no pranks. Nope.
I used to be scared of the
stuff.
FAO Schwartz. Remember FAO Schwartz, that toy store up in New York City?
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to have toy soldiers in the front dressed up in a costume.
And you were scared of
I
that?
was scared of that. I also cried hysterically one time we went to go see the movie Bambi.
You were
No.
scared or cried?
I cried hysterically. I embarrassed my parents. That's how bad I was screaming. In the beginning,
I mean,
have you ever heard of the Garbage Pail Kids?
Yeah.
So it was a live action Garbage Pail Kid
Oh.
movie. They
Yeah.
made it. And this garbage pail tips over. Green stuff starts coming out. And I saw that little freckly,
yeah,
zitty
you freaked out.
thing. Dude, I lost my mind. My mom's like, it's fake, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Stop it. And I'm like,
You know what?
why would you bring me to this?
Actually, I think I have some Garbage Pail Kid cards.
Stop.
I doubt
They're
I have
disgusting.
them anymore. But yeah, they're gross. But I can tell you my childhood with scary stuff. Like I think the first scary movie I ever saw was the original Jason with the pillowcase on his head. He didn't have the mask yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was wearing a pillowcase. I was probably
Is this when his mom was the killer?
yeah. I was probably 6 or 7. And we rented that movie. Well, my brother did. I rented like Rush Hour or something, or Air Bud.
Air Bud.
Yeah, he wanted that. And then I think the one that really got me was Pet Cemetery.
Ooh.
That one freaked me out.
Miko.
Yeah. Well, and then the kid,
Miko.
Gage, gets hit by the freaking truck. It was very terrifying. Children of the Corn always freaked me out too, because we lived right next to a cornfield. So that always freaked me out.
Well, cornfields. You ever see? Speaking of cornfields, you ever see Signs?
Yeah. I didn't think that was scary at all. First of all,
Why?
Mel Gibson's in it. Not scared of much when Mel Gibson's in a movie. Come on.
You weren't scared of Braveheart, Patriot?
No, because look at he was such a badass.
He was.
Come on. What do you think he did Braveheart and that? You think the aliens are going to bother him?
Nope.
He'll slice them up, dude.
River Phoenix. I
Yeah.
remember the scariest part for me in Sightings was or Signs. I'm sorry, Sightings. Was when they're in like Brazil and the guy's watching the TV in the closet.
Oh, yeah,
And he's
yeah.
like, "Oh my god, kids move, kids move!" And this
Crazy.
little aliens. And
Dude,
it's like
people
looking
got
at
some
you.
crazy minds.
Well, now it's even crazier. You got the social media and like people show pics. Like, look behind this like forklift.
Yeah, and there's a face there.
Yeah, did you
or
see the
something.
face?
I mean, it's some of them are so Photoshopped.
Or
though.
staged, where they're like in the woods and there's like that freaky guy like making in the back,
yeah.
and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, or the
What is that thing?
Slender Man thing.
Well, that's on my one of my top 10 monsters.
Slender Man.
Slenderman's on
Yeah?
there. He's number 10.
Yeah, that would be creepy.
Because I
Any
watched that
tall, lanky
documentary.
guy.
Yeah, I watched that documentary on it was on Max or HBO Max or something like that.
Yeah.
About those girls
Oh, yeah.
that brought
yeah.
their friend out to the
And
woods.
the one killed the other one with the scissors.
Yeah, and Slender Man told me to do it.
Yeah,
I've seen him walking
nuts,
around.
dude.
I've seen him. He's around.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times I used to watch those B movies. I don't know what they're called, like the
B-rated. That's what they're called.
like Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
I was scared shitless
Yeah,
of
where the
Swamp Thing.
screen's like a little staticky.
Right.
You're not really
Can't really
like,
figure out what he's doing.
not a great camera.
Yeah, and like Toxic Avenger.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Love those.
Well, I didn't even know how many Toxic Avenger movies there were.
I don't even know why I was allowed to watch that.
You're not. I think it's NC-17 because I think there's lots of.
I still watched it. I was pretty young when I watched it.
but
too.
you watched it not for the girls. I
No,
bet you watched
no,
it.
I watched it for the girls.
I bet you watched it for the bizarre violence.
No.
Oh my god!
There was a lot.
When
There was a lot in that movie.
The makeup and all that kind of stuff, that weird stuff that would happen. I remember like the fourth film or something like that, and it was just so bizarro.
Yeah.
They're like locked in a classroom. That's all I remember. And this weird makeup stuff everywhere,
Yeah.
and like they were stabbing each other with like the broomstick through the faces.
Oh, yeah.
It was
You know what's
whack.
crazy? They don't do like 80s, early 90s horror movies. They don't do the gore like
No,
they
they
do
don't.
now.
No, it's all CGI.
Well, now it's all paranormal. They don't do a whole
Oh,
lot
you're
of,
talking like cults.
Yeah, the paranormal stuff where you're sleeping in a room and then the wife gets dragged out of the bed by, by a paranormal.
Paranormal
Like
activity.
it's not anymore like Pumpkinhead, Michael Myers. Like it's not like one killer. It's
Hellraiser.
or they do like I don't know. It's like remember the first Purge
Oh yeah.
or no Strangers. That's what I'm thinking of.
No,
Strangers.
I don't know Strangers.
Strangers was creepy because that could really happen.
Tell me the scenario.
They're in a house and these people show up with these masks on. Like one of them's wearing like a baby mask or something like that.
Really?
Like just a white mask. And they knock on the door and they just torment this husband and wife and they end up like getting in there and killing them.
Why? For their money or something?
Yeah, and they like the people can't leave. They cut their phones off. They cut their lights off. And where this house was like a vacation home. So it was somewhere in the woods, you know, that really nobody's around.
Right.
And it's just
Isolated.
three normal psychopath people that just tormented a family. Like that kind of stuff could really happen. You know, like Jason, it's not going to happen. I mean, the dude died and come back to life like 100 times. They burn him. They cut his head off. And he's still like, you know, that kind of stuff.
He fights Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, when you're a kid, it's terrifying. When you're older, you're like, well, this is so unrealistic, but it's a great movie. But like stuff like that, when it's real people,
Right.
that kind of freaks me out.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Blair Witch.
Uh,
You weren't scared of that one either, I bet.
I was not scared of that. I think Hellraiser was probably one of the scariest.
They remade Hellraiser.
They did.
They did. Did
They
you watch
did a
the
great
new one?
job. Yeah.
I like the new one.
I thought it was all, they're all good. The only thing that's just weird to me is that people just keep going to try to unlock this puzzle. So the whole premise is to unlock the puzzle for pleasure.
That's right.
And what they get is like Satan, what is that? Torture.
Torture?
I don't know what it's called, like Satanismus or something like that. Satanismus, something. And they just rip them apart.
Right.
And
You
it's
get
like,
tortured up. You get ripped.
yeah. I mean, it's very far-fetched.
Well, I like that kind of stuff too. I like where there's something in your basement. You know what I mean? There's this like,
Oh, yeah.
there's something going on in your basement. Like there was
Yeah.
What's the one? It's Evil Dead Rising or something like that. I forget.
The zombie stuff doesn't really bother me too much.
No, Dawn of the Dead.
They're great movies.
Dawn of the Dead.
It's just, I don't know, zombies don't do it for me.
Well, top 10 most impressive monsters that I've ever came across
Okay.
in my lifetime.
Let me hear it.
10 Slender Man.
Okay.
9's the Mothman.
Okay. Wait, that was with, oh no, I'm thinking of The Fly.
Oh, I love The Fly.
Yeah, that was creepy too.
That was great.
That movie terrified
Yeah,
me
The
as
Fly
well.
is a great movie.
Yeah.
The Kraken.
Oh yeah.
You remember the Kraken?
Yeah.
I'm scared shitless of anything in the ocean that's bigger than a boat.
Oh yeah.
I mean, anything.
Yeah.
Like it could be a small shark.
Kraken was terrifying.
Like anything squid-like.
Yeah.
We went vacationing down in like what was it? Some Caribbean island, I forget. But we swam with stingrays.
Ooh.
Scared shitless.
It's like the crocodile hunter.
No, thank you.
Yeah, dude.
It was around the same time. Nope, I'm not doing it.
No way.
Not doing it.
I would have been pretty frightened.
Out of
too.
there.
I don't go in the ocean like that.
Like I'll eat stuff out of the ocean if it's not alive.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's alive, I'm a little bit weary about it.
Really?
I don't even pee in the ocean because I think something's going to crawl up my pee-pee hole.
Get up there.
Yeah,
That's like
dude.
yeah, but that's like Amazon River stuff.
Yeah, I'm okay though.
There's
I don't want
too much salt in that water for
don't-
that kind of bacteria.
I don't want anything going up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
A big salt rock. I could care
I
less.
don't know,
A
man.
pebble.
I just get no thrill out of ocean creatures.
No, me
They
neither.
don't do it for me. They just terrify me.
No, even dolphins terrify me.
They don't care about them.
I mean, they'll mate with you.
But they got teeth too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm scared
They
of
all have
hamsters.
teeth.
Right.
Anything that has teeth is kind of.
Killer clowns from Mars.
Oh yeah.
They have tons of teeth.
Nice. Was that on your list?
No, it wasn't. The chupacabra is though.
Yes. Dude, I used to mess with my friend all the time.
About the chupacabra.
I used to tell him the chupacabra was real, and they would like make fun of me. I'm like, El chupacabra.
The chupacabra is coming.
I would put up like news articles and be like, look, they found a dead one, dude. I told you.
By the river.
Yeah.
Where-
No,
where-
in Mexico.
In Mexico.
That's where
That's
they're
where the
at.
chupacabras live?
That's where they're
Or
at, man.
New Jersey Devil. Remember
Telling
that?
you.
Remember that old wives' tale?
That one was so stupid to me.
Why?
Um,
The devil lives
I think
on the
it's
Delaware.
because the first time we ever went on Shades of Death Road.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a road that's around us that's supposed to be haunted, spooky, all this stuff. And
Not to mention,
somebody always told me that's where the Jersey Devil came from, and I'm like, no, that's not true.
there's also lakes and little ponds on the side of the road.
Yeah,
where the mafia people drop the bodies.
Yeah, okay,
That's right.
I've heard tons of stories. I've also stopped at all the bridges, turned my headlights off, beeped 3 times.
What?
Nothing happened. We drive out of there.
What's the one where you stare in a mirror? Bloody Mary?
Bloody Mary, yeah.
Don't say it again.
That kind of freaked me out.
No, I couldn't do that.
You didn't try it?
I tried the
I did
one
it with
where
my brother.
Candyman.
Oh, Candyman was great, dude. That was scary too. That was a good movie.
I loved it.
Candyman was. Remember the bees?
Oh yeah.
Oh
That was the worst part for me.
yeah.
That's the part I was like, no thanks.
Candyman was freaky.
Candyman.
Yeah. What other monsters on your list?
Ghouls, dragons, zombies, werewolves, vampires.
Oh, well, you just went very general. With
Very
that.
general. I can't name
How
specific
about
creatures.
American Werewolf in London?
Loved it.
One of the greatest movies ever.
Loved it.
Dude, that transformation for the time period that it was in.
Oh, it was great.
Him turning into that werewolf was just so like terrible CGI, but compared to now, but at least it looked real.
You're right.
You
Teen
know?
Wolf.
Oh, come on, dude. I don't want this stuff. Hey, we're talking about Halloween right now.
Right.
I'm talking
Scary
about, like,
shit, man.
your teenage show on fucking in April.
MTV. Or the one with Michael J. Fox, man. Teen Wolf.
That was a good one.
That's scary. Imagine hitting that in high school.
Good basketball player.
Amazing when he's a wolf. If I saw a wolf in my gym dunking a basketball, I report it.
I would play with him.
He's on my team.
Let's go, man.
And vampire wise, I wasn't really ever scared of vampires.
No, Nosferatu still freaks me out, though.
Who's that?
That's that old movie. He looks like a really old guy. He's got big ears, long fingers
the
and
weird
stuff.
ass vampire
Yeah,
where it's
that's
like hybrid bat,
That's
hybrid
the one.
person.
That's the one.
Oh.
That one kind of freaks me out.
Is there any dialogue in it, or is it just straight black and white?
And
He's like moving around, acting creepy.
Know if he talks, I don't think. Oh,
Do you see there's a Saw coming out too?
Yeah. You know what, dude? They're a little. I like the Saw movies. The first one was great.
First one I
where they
liked
had to
too.
saw their legs off. To
I
get
like
out
that
of
one.
That was nuts.
Right.
But then it kind of got like, okay,
All
I'm
right.
doing it again. It's just a different kind of.
He was cheating on you with another woman.
Yeah.
Guess who's across there? The other woman.
You have option A or
What
B.
is that?
Which one will you choose?
I'm taking B. Inject yourself with 10 grams of heroin.
yeah, so it's like,
Or second option.
yeah. Didn't the guy like die like 100 times?
Oh yeah, he's. I think he's alive again. He's like Jason.
Yeah.
They just took the theme from Jason and said,
Well,
you know what?
What was creepy was remember the girl he had, his daughter?
Oh yeah,
With the pig mask. The pig mask was freaky.
pig mask.
That brings me to my next point.
Uh-oh.
We used to do hay rides. Like we had a scene
All right.
on a hay ride.
So describe. So you lived in a town where they had a hayride that went through town,
Yeah, and there was
and
like
each road or each section, there was type of scenes that like graveyard or
just like a haunted hay ride.
nice.
So it had like maybe like 8 or 9, and it was local. So there was like the football team had a scene. Some of the
I get it.
cheerleaders had a
Yes.
scene. That the young kids had one. But then when you would get deeper into it, then the older guys started coming in, and the guys that aren't involved in the school,
Right.
that are like just like Halloween, they want to freak people out. So this is back in the time when you would go to Party City and stare at all the masks on the back wall
Mhm.
and wonder which one you're going to get.
That's right.
So I had this bald old man mask with these huge teeth. It looked nasty. It was a butcher. It was supposed to be a butcher.
Pig chopping that pig.
So my brother, we had the final scene,
Right.
because we were supposed to be the scariest ones, and we totally ate it all up. So we had probably, I think, five or six of us. My one buddy, who's a big dude, wore the Saw mask,
Oh yeah.
and so the Saw mask is the little guy riding a tricycle. Okay, picture somebody who's like 6'3", 250 pounds wearing a Saw mask. A little bit
White
more scary.
face, black
Yeah.
hair on the side.
A little bit more scary.
Right. Exactly.
So we
Is
set
that
up.
coming towards you?
We set up like my brother just wrapped his head in a burlap sack and wore like overalls.
Oh yeah.
And he came flying out of the woods with a chainsaw. That was nuts. And I had we made a table out of pallets, and we made it a butcher table. So we put a fake body on it, and I had a hammer. And when the wagon would pull up, we had loud, like heavy metal music playing.
Oh, nice.
And I would be hammering on the leg. But behind the leg, I put a balloon with water in it with red food coloring.
Oh, my God.
So I would hit it and it would splatter on me. And then I would pick up, I had a chainsaw underneath my legs, and I would pick it up, put it on the table, and start cranking it. Dude, as I'm cranking this chainsaw, all these people are like screaming, like, oh no, you know? So I would jump up on the table, and I had the chainsaw, and they would like fill my, I had like an overall suit, and they would fill it with pillows and stuff. Made me look huge because I'm not a big guy. So they had to make me look big. I'm cranking this chainsaw, dude, and I run up to the wagon, and I start climbing up the side of it. I'm pretty agile, so I can do that stuff. And I got, there's no chain on the bar, obviously, but I'm like running it through the side. Everybody's jumping to the other side. And then we had this kid, Earl Steele.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Big dude.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Picture him with a baby mask.
No thanks.
Like a little, like a real baby mask.
Ew.
He's on the other side of the wagon climbing up the top, dude. And then it would all go in the middle. And the last wagon, me and my brother would climb all the way up to the top and sit in the wagon. And everybody would just go from the back all the way up to the front. And we would sit there and just stare at him. We would play in character the whole time. Never talk, never said a word.
Never grunt at him?
Get close to the end, and we would climb up and jump back and go back to our scene, dude. I loved it. That was one of the coolest things. I would do another hayride in a heartbeat if I had the time for it.
I bet. Especially around here.
Oh,
this would be prime.
Great.
There's no street lights.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? You would scare everybody.
I would absolutely love to do that again.
We had one we had those hayride stuff in our hometown for a while.
Okay.
And it used to go in front of our house.
Okay.
And we used to throw shit out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, to people on the hayride. Unfortunately, it was usually candy and stuff like that. But like, there's guys I never got to operate a chainsaw because no one trusts me. But I mean,
it's not you know what? It's a pretty easy task because it doesn't have a chain on it. So you can really just whip that thing around as long as you can start it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I had to borrow one that actually it was like kind of new, so I knew it was going to start. I wasn't sitting there like looking like a fool trying to start this thing.
Well, that's another thing. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's one that's been a prime for years upon years. Remade. People love that guy.
Oh, yeah.
In the family.
There's always one at a hayride.
Right.
And they flip out. They're spinning in circles, chainsaws going up.
Do you know what
everywhere.
I like? The Devil's Rejects. Those movies.
Oh, bring it!
Oh, the House of a Thousand Corpses.
Love them all.
Rob Zombie stuff.
Love them all.
Like that stuff was good.
His remake of Michael Myers was really good too.
Who was it? Who was in it?
I don't know.
Was Jamie Lee Curtis in it?
I don't think so. No, I don't think she
dead?
was. No, she just wasn't in that one.
Lame.
He did it different. He like started him as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty good. You should
He was
watch
like an
that.
insane asylum or something like that.
Yeah, and I don't think the new ones are made by him. But his one was really good. I really liked it.
He also made one.
He's a dark dude, man.
Yeah, there was a newer one he made where there's all these convicts and like they fight to the death.
Okay.
I forget the name of it, but that one was good too.
Yeah, he's had some good ones. His remake of the Monsters. Did you watch that?
No.
Remember the Monsters? Eddie Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Munsters.
vampire kid. Yeah, the Munsters.
Yeah.
The grandpa and the.
Who is it? Cousin It?
Was that cousin? No.
That's the Addams Family.
Addams Family. No, this is like the grandpa was the vampire. The kid was I think he
werewolf.
was a werewolf.
Yep.
I forget what the daughter was.
She was regular.
Yeah,
Wasn't she normal?
I think she was normal.
She was like blonde, blue-eyed, beautiful.
Yeah, and then the wife was like, Frankenstein's bride.
Yep.
And then he was like, remember he would like, it was like a regular sitcom because he would like play baseball with like neighbors and stuff and hit it out of the park.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But his remake of that was pretty good too.
Who? Rob Zombie made one?
Yeah, and he made it normal. It wasn't like gross.
Get out.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was really good. His wife played in it.
Get out of here.
Sherry. Yeah, Sherry Moon.
Sherry
Moon.
Well, growing up as a kid, I used to watch Child's Play. Chucky.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Love Chucky.
Scared the living Jesus out
They're
of me.
ruining it now, though.
Oh, no. Why?
They're bringing back Chucky, and they're doing like a series with him. Yeah, I got a cricket in here, dude. It ain't you.
I just heard that cricket.
It's scary.
It's mad cold in here.
Yeah.
I thought it was me.
That's why he's in here. It's colder outside.
So he comes in here.
Yeah.
I also, growing up, I also watched. You know how Die Hard is considered like a whatchamacallit movie,
A Christmas movie.
A Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I consider a Halloween movie?
Are you gonna say Nightmare Before Christmas?
No.
Okay.
My wife
Thank
loves
God.
that movie, by the way.
Thank God.
E.T.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
Okay.
always thought E.T. was a Halloween movie to
Yeah,
me.
I guess when you're a kid, he's kind of creepy.
Yeah, and he also dresses up.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't he walk around like as a ghost? Like
yeah,
I think he
that-
goes trick or treating,
He
right?
had the sheet on his head
Yeah.
with the, cut
And I
the
think
eyes out.
even they have Reese's Pieces.
That could
Remember?
go both ways.
It could actually.
Yeah. Ooh.
Remember, he puts Reese's Pieces and he's like trying to like bring him into the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I always thought
That was a good movie.
I always thought that was a Halloween. Well, I know what sticks with me in that whole entire movie is the fact that
His finger with the light on it.
oh my god, and heal people.
Yeah.
No, when he would drink beer, and Elliot would get hammered in class, and you're like, "What is going on?" I had no clue.
He's like a 5-year-old alien, Definitely not old enough to
And
drink.
he's boozing.
He's boozing. on
He
the floor.
falls over, and
Hanging out with kids, boozing with a light finger. Little strange.
he was at home. He was at home drinking, and Elliot's in class, just sitting there, and he's getting all hammered.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's why. That's the only part I remember him and that, and also him dying. So,
That was a good one. Yeah. Yeah, well,
spoiler alert:
he dies.
and he goes home.
Yeah, E.T. does go home. Poor guy. But I can definitely say, one time I went to a hayride, and
local.
No, I think it was in like Saylorsburg. There's always something going on out there. Creepy. They always do a lot of creepy stuff. I think we paid like a good amount of money for it too. It was like a popular hayride.
Oh yeah, Saylorsburg is huge.
Yeah, I forget
They
the
have the
name
haunted
of it.
mansion out there.
Yeah. Well, we drove through, and we were on this wagon, and they had a couple good ones, kind of freak you out a little bit. And then we go through, and it takes us, the wagon and the tractor takes you into a barn. So the barn has a big door on both sides, right? So it drives into the barn, and then they shut the doors.
Oof.
Pitch black.
Oof.
All you hear is like 16 chainsaws start up, and you start smelling like the smoke actually like made your eyes water
Oh my
because they had the
gosh.
doors closed.
Oh.
And what starts running around? All these people with that pig mask on
Oh
from
my
Saw.
god.
And I was like, whoa, this is good. That was good. That scared me a little.
Were you part of it? You were enjoying it?
No, I was in the wagon, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Getting
no
ideas.
thanks.
Getting
Oh,
ideas for my hayride, You gotta bring it back to the locals.
gotta bring it back. Let's see more.
We killed it, too. We got a trophy.
Did you
for-
really?
Yeah, I think we got first place that year. Yeah, we went nuts, dude.
All because.
Yeah.
All because there's some good actually scariest haunted houses in the world. There's one called the 13th Gate. That's with like super live action,
Okay.
hardcore makeup, and
I think I've heard about this.
it's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Is this one of those places where like they can actually touch you?
I know that one is one you have to sign a waiver though.
I wouldn't do the touching thing.
They make you eat things.
Yeah, and they
Yep.
they'll like waterboard you and stuff. Dude, no way.
Yep.
I'm not doing that.
But you have to sign a waiver before you even go in there.
Yeah, because I think it says like if you die, like yeah.
Right. And I think you have to do like a psychological evaluation as
I'm
well.
not doing that. Why would you do that?
Some people get off on that kind of stuff, man.
Well, those are the people that are there that
Yeah.
make it through.
Uh-huh.
If you see anybody walk out the 13th floor and they come downstairs smiling, you're like, bro, you're a freak, dude.
You're weird.
You're a freak.
You're weird.
Yeah, I know what you watch.
Oh, I got off like 8 times during
Yeah.
that ride.
You probably hire somebody to kick you in the nuts all the time,
He put cigarettes out on me.
Yeah.
That kind of
Yeah,
person.
no thank you, dude.
There's
There
also
is some freaks in the world.
there's also one called the Netherworld. That's in Atlanta, Georgia.
Never heard.
How about Penhurst Asylum,
I've heard of that.
PA?
Asylums are cool.
And they have like each one. They have it like
Yeah.
doctors working on patients in these freaky
Oh, yeah,
masks,
yeah,
with like
yeah.
the long like those people they used to poison.
Yep.
Work on alchemists and stuff like that.
Dude, there's a lot
It's
of creepy
freaky
shit,
shit,
man, in
man.
our history with that kind of stuff.
Well, I remember
That's
like
why
those,
they don't do it anymore.
those asylums. They used to have no care for these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they used to just drug them, lobotomies. Remember those?
Oh, dude.
Drilling into the skull.
I think that one of the scariest movies of all time would be 13 Ghosts. You remember that?
No, describe it.
That's the one. That's the one where they had a ghost in like every room of the place, and
I
they were
loved it.
real. And they had, the one guy, the hammer, and then the
Yep.
junkyard guy.
Yep. The guy in the box.
Dude, that was terrifying. That was the girl, the banshee.
Right.
Yeah,
Well-
that was the last ghost.
Yep.
I think, right?
Yep. And they were collecting them, weren't they?
The Juggernaut was the junkyard guy.
Juggernaut.
He's the one that was like breaking people in half.
Heck
Dude, that was
yeah.
crazy,
Like
bro.
Bane.
And that's what they would, because they had a couple scenes in there of them doing like it was a psych place.
Really? It was a psych ward?
I think it was a psych ward for the criminally insane.
Oh, yeah. And that's where Michael Myers was when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Psych wards.
And they trapped them all inside of that fucking
Goddamn right. That's what
Dude.
they do. They round them up.
It's nuts.
They put them all together.
Yeah.
What do you gain from that?
Nothing, really. What did you get out of that? You got a couple scary stories.
Yeah, and a
But
lifetime of trauma.
Yeah, lifetime of trauma. You don't get too much out
A
of that.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Well, the Pennhurst Asylum is something I want to take my wife to.
Yeah.
She'll never go.
What if you went to a place that there's no, like one of the asylums that you go into, then there's not like fake people in there doing stuff?
Oh, they
It's just
turn out
like
the lights?
like a ghost trail.
Yep, it's called the blackout. They do it sometimes. Where they just turn off all the lights.
I would rather do that.
No, that's
That would scare me more than seeing fake.
You've seen those tunnels where people go down those tunnels?
Yeah.
Those I forget where these tunnels are. They're in France or
Why don't we
somewhere like
do
that.
it? You want to do it?
I'm scared.
Not the tunnel thing. I'm claustrophobic, but I'm talking about I'm talking about like a real penitentiary or an asylum.
Oh,
and
I'm
stuff.
down.
I would love to do that.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Well, how about we could do it like in 2 weeks?
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Because we got
it's spooky season.
because it's spooky time and it's Halloween season.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I would totally do it if I can have a flashlight.
No,
No flashlight.
you can use your phone if you want. That's
Oh,
it.
I need.
That's it. And if the battery dies, we're not charging it.
I can't beat off an attacker. I mean, that sounded awful,
what you
but
wanna
yeah,
do?
I want to beat off an attacker with
Yeah.
my phone.
Should wear gloves.
I'm gonna wear both gloves, but I
Put that
mean,
stuff on your head.
but like, I need a mag light,
No.
a lantern,
Nope.
matches.
I'll do lantern.
All right,
Fuel lantern.
a fuel lantern,
So it's not that bright.
and we
Yeah,
can
no LEDs.
Okay, I'm down. I could do that.
Well,
we
'cause
have
I
to
would
find
want
a
it-
place.
But I would want to go so you can see, maybe we get something on video or something like that. We roll the marbles down the hallway and
Oh,
then they roll them
yeah.
back to you. Because for some reason they like playing games
Of
of
course,
Tic Tacs
yeah,
and
they
marbles.
fuck with you.
Like, what is the point?
Well, I mean, like you've been there for a while. There's no one that comes around. When you get somebody that comes in that building, you're gonna fuck with them.
Well, let me tell you something. If you were a ghost and you had these people walking around your penitentiary and they rolled a marble at you, you would actually do something with it?
Yes,
Would you really?
I would.
Dude, I would let it hit the wall, and then when they got into the cell, I would shut the door, lock them in there, and be like, "You fucking throw a marble at me?
You would sound like that.
What do you think I'm?
Make it spooky.
You throw a marble at me? Oh, now you're trapped in my cell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Snap into a slinky.
Oh yeah.
I can't do a freaky
Hulkster.
voice. That's
I
why I
know.
just
Oh my god!
start the chainsaw.
That's
Start
it.
the
Just
chainsaw.
loud noises.
That was my thing.
I would totally pick it up. I would throw it back at them as hard as I could.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you would hurt them.
Oh, I would. Or pick them up gently.
I mean, if you're a ghost, whatever.
I mean, like pick the.
You're trapped in a penitentiary, dude.
When's the next
You don't
time you're
get too
going to
much
get a
action.
human?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, like, I maybe pick them up gently.
Next October when they come back. See?
I
I don't know.
I'm rocking him this one to sleep.
Well, let's put it this way. You think ghosts are real?
I do not.
You don't.
I do not.
Okay.
But I do think there is like creatures out there,
What do you mean?
like weird, like the Bigfoot,
Like, okay.
chupacabras.
Yeah.
I think like same thing like the Simpsons when they find that three-eyed fish. I think there's species I can't say it
Species.
out there
Gotcha.
that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
Like you said, if I pissed in the Amazon River, what would swim up my urethra?
Bacteria.
Right, something I've never seen before. That shit
But
shit
that
scares the
would be
shit out of
something
me.
that's known, though.
Right, I
You know,
guess so.
I get your point. I think there is a lot of creatures out there that just are undiscovered.
Right.
That are very evasive. That cricket.
What is that?
Try to find that cricket.
No,
Bet you
it's
can't.
coming from all
I
around.
bet you can.
It's coming from all around. It's
That
freaking,
cricket's invasive.
it's freaking me out right
Yeah,
now. So the next we have two more.
Okay.
The Bates Motel.
Eh.
in PA?
Eh.
How about the House of Torment in Austin, Texas?
That's the one. I think that's the one you have to sign the waiver and stuff.
Sign it.
And
They
like
shove shit in your mouth, man.
I don't think I could do that.
Like
I think I would just
spoiled
get
eggs,
I would
bro.
get more like it sucks because I don't want to go to a place that I want to have fun, and then I just end up getting pissed off. Like
I went to the Sailors.
like, dude, you're doing too much.
That was my thing. I went to the Sailorsville, Sailorsburg.
The hotel thing.
Yeah, the hotel one. And there was people that would jump at you and like almost touch you. And like that stuff that I don't like.
But they didn't.
They didn't, no.
That I'm okay with that.
I mean,
I'm even okay with somebody grabbing like my shoulders or something like that. I'm cool with that.
in
dude.
the dark.
You tried, yeah. What's the point? You go there to get scared.
Oof.
You don't go there to be like, oh, this is such a lovely trip through Disney World.
I mean,
You know, like I want to go there to be terrified, but I don't want somebody like throwing something in my mouth and then I can't breathe. I'm just going to get upset,
right.
and then I'm not going to want to do it.
Well, I
And
got
I
upset.
just wasted my money.
I got upset. Well, I also was
You
trying
did?
to. I was trying to show off for the ladies we were with too.
Would you say, don't touch me, man? Is that what you said? Oh, that's your upset. Okay. No, I'm talking about the reverse. I
Then I
would
got
get angry. I would be like, why are you waterboarding me? I paid $100 for this. Like, what the fuck, dude?
You were like good about to
You
slap
could have
somebody.
just shook me or something. Like, you didn't have to dump water on my face, tie me down. Like, I don't want to do that.
When I was little, I believed in ghosts.
Okay.
Like you hear the song in the background right now.
yeah. Ghosts.
I used to think there was a Slimer out there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I thought Manhattan, New York City, there were Slimers. There was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man,
Yeah.
who I love.
Dude, I traveled around the vacuum a couple days, sucking up stuff in the house, you know?
Oh yeah,
Mom, there's a ghost in the bathroom. I got this.
done.
Yeah.
One time, an egg fell on the counter, and I'm like, "That's fucking Zool.
There you go.
It's Zool."
Maybe.
And then I slowly opened up the fridge to look for those two dogs, the gatekeeper and keymaster. And I'm like, no, not in there.
Yeah.
Woods, we're good. There's nothing in the house.
He probably was like, there's definitely nothing in the house.
Oh, and he's Peter Venkman.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, you're such a dumbass.
Yeah.
Well, that's us for opinions on this time. Again, we're celebrating the special season of fall or October.
I mean, dude, what's better than football, Halloween, scary movies,
Pumpkin spice coffees.
campfires? I don't know about that. What's better than that?
Nothing.
I love colder weather, man. Hunting season too.
Oh, hunt season starts. Like
Let's
we're
go.
in between summer and the winter, which kind of sucks.
I love it all. I love cold weather, so I'm in.
But bring it on. We're back for more Halloween spirits coming up soon on Opinions On with Junior.
And Mase.
Later.
Thanks for listening to Opinions On. With Maze and Junior, hit that subscribe so you don't miss out.